I don't know. I just want this done. I just want it done. I'm stressing out. Good morning. I just dropped Jax off at school. Heading into the store for a few things. I have been on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich kick for weeks now, and I just blow through bread that way. I always forget that you can't go in this exit now. I'm hearing an announcement, but only catching like the tail end. Copyrighted music. And oh my goodness, I don't think I can talk to you right now because it's music. All right, later. I feel like I always look like this. Oh man. I was trying to say when I walked into the grocery store that they'd locked one of the 2 sets of doors because I guess people were stealing stuff. Stay classy, Ashburn. Nice. Anyway, yeah, I grabbed a few things and came home. Today I needed to post a listing for 3 paintings I did quite a while ago, but we're finally moving those on to their new homes. I did just a quick cleaning because I've been in storage, a fresh coat of varnish, new photos, and just posted them up for digital payments. And there's been tile drama. You already knew, because I guess the corners are a little weird with the bevel tile, and Dan just is really hating it. But oh my goodness, when we talked to the contractor, it was like, well, we can give you some of your money back and just walk away and leave it like this. And I don't want that. I'm like, no. Oh, look, there's a cute little piece of tile. It's mine now. Yeah. We didn't want that. And the tile guy seemed confused. Like right when I got home, I saw the contractor's truck driving away. Dan thought he was going to get like grout so they could test out how it was going to look. But then the Tylers seemed to do something and asked us to come look. I was like, I don't know, I think it's fine. And he asked if it was okay for him to continue. And I'm like, Dan had already gone downstairs, so I called down. I was like, can you continue? And Dan was like, I don't know. I thought the contractor was going to go get something and we were going to talk to him. I don't know. So I told Tyler, guy, I don't know. Maybe call the contractor. I'm not sure. I have no idea. I think it looks good. And so time's going on. I feel like he's starting to clean up. And I'm like, shit, we can't lose a day. So I'm going about my work, stressing out. I got a migraine last night and I don't get them anymore. I take my medicine and I don't get them, but that's how stressed I am with Sebastian sick. He's been fine today, but he had to stay home. And but eventually I'm like messaging Danny, like, you gonna bail on this project, or are we gonna keep going? Can I tell him to keep going? And it sounded like he wanted to keep going, so I went up and told the tile guy, we're not canceling this project, so I guess you can keep going. But not too long after that, he like fully packed up his shit and was like, bye. So I messaged Dan, who's in a work meeting, and he's like, yeah, I'm in communication with the owner of the whole company, and I need to call him after my meeting, but I'm stuck in this meeting. So today's probably a wash. And yeah, I don't see any tiles. I think I was here for hours, but I don't see anything new up. I don't think he did anything except cut a few tiles that he needed to cut that are sitting there. I don't know. Let me see if I can zoom in on the test area. There is where he had put some temporary grout, I guess, but it's already gone. I guess it's because things dip in, that it's gonna have little diamonds of grout or something. But I'm not sure what they're supposed to do. Dan had some examples of what you do. I don't know. I just want this done. I just want it done. I'm stressing out. But anyway, I can use this bathroom. Normally it's chaos up here. I can't believe how fast they're going through toilet paper. I like this little tile. Cute. I make a cute earring. It's not completely straight though. Got earrings that shape. I'm gonna steal it. All right, I guess that's it. I'm going to go to the bathroom. What are my plans? And I need to find bath mats for the bathroom that may never be done. And I don't know what else. I'm stressed. I'm stressed, people. Hello again. This little guy just built his Lego set that I got him, so he is gonna have some lay down time. The fever just keeps on coming back. At least he's feeling better, somewhat. So yeah, I left you feeling very grouchy because work had stopped and we were told Monday, which was really irritating, and I feel like it was maybe a little bit vindictive. I completely understand putting a halt to the tile and sending him home because he can't be wasting his time waiting. And the timing just happened to be sucky. Dan was in a meeting. He couldn't talk to the guy right away. Then the guy was in a meeting, so they played phone tag for a while. So I understand that, but the fact that they weren't going to do anything else, and I knew that the other guys were going to be back. I'm so sorry if I hold my head. I still have a migraine. It sucks, and I just stood up, so it's like, but after I'd been sitting there for about an hour after all this went down, I was like, you know what? They said they were gonna paint, and that had stuck out in my head. I'm like, wow, they're like just barely doing anything, and they're already gonna paint. But they said that they was like, I will be back tomorrow to paint. So I messaged that to Dan. I'm like, so they're not painting? They had said they were gonna paint. And he's like, hold on, let me check. And he came back with, they'll be here tomorrow to paint on Saturday. I'm like, oh, okay. And we eventually confirmed a time of 9:30. I'm like, okay, well, at least we're doing something. They'll be here Saturday. The tiles are still on hold till Monday. But just like a half an hour or so ago, the contractor shows up. I let him in and he heads right upstairs with a box. I think it's the paint. Seemed like there was cans. He zipped up the bathroom, so, and I didn't feel like dealing with that loud ass zipper. The tile guy always left it open. So I think that was paint. And then he goes back to his car and comes back out with this. granite-y marble thing. I don't know what it is. Marble, I think. This is supposed to be for the step into the shower, the threshold, the curb. I use both those words. It's actually so long that we asked if we could take the remainder and put it on top of the half wall, because I told Dan I hated the wood that was on there. I kept having to repaint it and the molding looked dated. I just didn't like it. It was very 90s. I don't know. I didn't like it, and this, so much more happy with this. He said he looked through many to get. Stop! Oh gosh, there's like so many dogs. So many dogs. Poor dogs. Stop! Stop! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Peggy, you go lay down. He said he looked through tons of them because they were all so white, and he took a picture of our vanity and it was very mottled gray and white marble. I think you stop. Nobody wants to hear. You're barking. You're blasting out the speakers. I think he made a good pick, and it felt like him coming kind of made the peace again. He gave me an update, and Dan was in the middle of something, but made it up here to get the update firsthand because it was a lot. So basically, we have a new schedule moving forward. Tomorrow, painters slash dry rollers are coming back. They're gonna continue with the drywall work and prime, I believe. And then that'll set them up for painting on Monday. Contractor will be back, and he is going to build out the tub. And I guess for a couple days they'll be working on that. They've got to put plywood down and actually cut the shape of the tub around. So they'll be working on all that and painting. And the tile guy's just not going to be there. He takes up a lot of space with his 10,000 buckets and his tile saws and stuff. So they've decided, or he's busy, I don't know. He's coming back probably Thursday. I think that's what it's gonna be. But there's things scheduled for every day but Sunday, which is good. Every day is like Sunday. Sorry, I get a song stuck in my head for literally everything that somebody says to me or I say, like constantly. So we're moving along. Things are going in a different order than I would expect. I mean, we're getting painted before the tiles, but they don't have to worry about it dripping on the pop tiles. So tiles will be wrapping things up, I guess. The final thing will be the glass door, because our contractor does not do those. Those are a specialty item, and the glass door company will be doing that. So we have somebody else before we can use the shower, but I could christen the bathtub prior. But yeah, I'm really happy. There'll be no problem with me putting this big guy in one corner of the tub, and I think the one with the smaller snake plant will go in the other corner. And then on that pony wall, if Dan doesn't cover it with all his stuff, I would like one of these up against the wall, this one. And that's wide enough, so I'm really happy with my little planters. It was worth the time it took to dig through. So that's our status. Drama mostly abated for now. And we're moving forward, starting 9:30 tomorrow. So I do need to set an alarm, but I don't need to set it for 5:30. We're gonna probably go for 8-ish and call it good. So, yeah. All right, I've just been editing. Not that there's anything exciting, but it is what it is. I've been in his room and it's very toasty. I mean, it doesn't help that I'm wearing a sweater and I'm hiding under a blanket. But yeah, I guess I should just say a quick night. Sebastian would not hold still today. He wouldn't not rest. That one time you saw him on video in the bed, that lasted like a half an hour, and that was it for the day. He couldn't even sit to eat a meal. Just up and up and up, didn't stir crazy, and every time he'd be up for a while, his temperature would creep back up. The highest it has gotten is 100.9, and it's probably a little lower just because of the air thermometer, but he was doing so good. We stopped medicine again in the afternoon to see if he could make it, but in the time that I took his temperature before we got ready for bed and when he was about ready for bed, it had jumped up a full degree to 100. So I did some medicine just so he could get to sleep easily. Still took him a while. I was over it. And like if it stays tomorrow, then Monday we need to take him to the doctor. And Monday I have a luncheon. It's just a mess. Anyway, friends, I'm gonna go. Good night. Stay safe. Be kind. And don't forget, wash your hands.